Sea levels and global temperatures are rising, and so are the alcohol percentages in wine. The first two are well recognised from the effects of climate change. The third is not so well known. But when we think of what climate change means to commercial wine production, the glass is already looking half empty. If the COP 2 degrees warming scenario happens by 2050, it is predicted that winemaking regions such as Spain, Italy, and notably France could shift from hospitable to losing most of its wine growing area, as you can see in the map above. Of course, there are more crucial industries that would be more detrimental to human existence than alcohol production. So you may well be thinking, why should I care about the fate of Sauvignon Blanc or Pinot Noir? This is where my research comes in. My journey started with the soil in the vineyard through to what is in the wine. Along the way, it became apparent that three big players were influencing the chemistry of what I was seeing. One, where the grapes were grown. Two, the climate of each vintage. And three, any agrochemicals that were being applied. In my 5-year study, vineyards that did not use herbicides were correlated to higher levels of soil organic matter and carbon. This reinforces the idea that crops, like vineyards, could be used as carbon sinks to help counterbalance greenhouse gas emissions. The new season of Stranger Things had people worried of a clock, but this is the only ticking clock we should be really worried about. The good news is, the New Zealand wine industry is taking the initiative to make changes now. Around half of New Zealand vineyards have reduced their herbicide usage and their carbon footprint. New Zealand wine growers has set a goal of the industry being carbon neutral by 2050. It is easy to feel a bit doom and gloom about climate change. However, environmental sustainability and future-proofing one of our biggest export industries is something that everyone should care about, whether you're a wine drinker or not. As we shift into an environment where climate change initiatives are at the forefront of successful sustainability, let's look at the New Zealand wine industry as a glass half full.